That's part of it. That's the part of the downfall of the so-called white man. Okay? Going into World War III. Okay? Going into Iran, going into Syria. That's part of it, man. Russia getting involved. Turkey getting involved. You see? Saudi Arabia getting involved. Iran getting involved. That's part of it, man. China getting involved. That's part of it. So all these nations are practicing war games and doing drills. They getting ready for World War III, man. To get physical, man. Okay? Yeah. They all gather. You got something to say?
Because like I was looking at a video where they actually showing how Saudi trying to move troops up into Syria, acting like they trying to help what's them boys? Al-Qaeda and them. But Russia and Syria, ISIS, the Russia and Syria is there together, and then they showed a picture of NATO and the United States right in Turkey. Because Turkey, you know, America supports Turkey. So, like the brothers explaining, hey, it's happening, man.
Yeah, that's the secret 38.
Yeah, all day long, man. Because when I saw the video, I'm like, man, we just went over there. It's happening, man. So you people out here can keep sleeping, man. You gonna wake up, man. Could be tomorrow, the next day, and all hell gonna be breaking loose. And shit, it's gonna be
full-fledged war on the other side.
It's gonna be on, man. You know, it says, verse 2, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Tables is the Bible, right?
And he that may read, may run that readeth.
May run that readeth it. Meaning, when you look at it in the blue letter, it means actually run. But when you look it up in the Strongs, it means to break it down. Okay? Go ahead.
And it says, verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. It says, but at the end it shall speak.
Look up the word speak.
God.
At the end it shall speak, man. So that's what you got, man. That's what you got. These prophecies are coming forth, man. These prophecies are happening. And in the men of the Lord are watching, telling you, look out. This shit is coming, man. Shit is happening, man. The downfall of the so-called white man is no joke, man. It's real. It's coming. You know? So buckle up.
God. Hebrews 63:15, that word speak is pu'ak. Strong's definition, that is to puff, that is to blow with the breath of air, hence to fan, to utter, to kindle. Let me make sure that's the right word. Speak. 63:15. God, 63:15. It says, blue letter to breath, to blow, to cause, to exhale, to inflame, to excite, to pant for it, to utter, to breathe out, to utter.
Yeah, to utter. So that's what we're doing, and that's what you see the Spirit us doing when we see prophecies happening on television, man. We sitting there warning you, man. This shit is coming, man. This shit is coming.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Go and tarry, wait for it.
Go and delay, wait for it. So it might heat up, right, over there, and then it might, calm down. Might heat up, calm down. Though it tarry, wait for it. But it's gonna surely come. So you hear a little clip about the RFID chip. Eventually, it's gonna be pushed mass scale. Okay. You see all the information coming out about it. Eventually, it's gonna be pushed mass scale by the military. Okay. Go ahead.
God, it says, and
it ain't gonna be voluntary. They're gonna shove it on you. Go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry.
Go ahead.
Verse 4, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
So-called white man. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith.
The just shall live by faith, which is Israel. Okay? So the things that's happening on this earth, don't trust in the so-called white man. His soul not right in him, man. He's contrary to the Heavenly Father, right? He's not gonna tell you the righteous thing to do. He's gonna tell you a lot to push forth his agenda so you can be destroyed. But that's his job.
It says, verse 5, yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man.
He is a proud man. That's a so-called white man. He's proud. You know? He's proud of his 50-year accomplishments, his 30-year accomplishments. You see? You can't tell him nothing. He's proud of his missiles, proud of his tanks, he's proud of his guns. You can't tell him nothing. He's proud of all that. Proud of his money. Proud of the things that he have done over periods of time, man. Okay? Proud that he done took the natural resources from people. Okay? He's proud. Go ahead.
It says, neither keepeth at home.
Neither keep him at home. He all over the earth. Taking things that don't belong to him. Okay? Strong woman, living by the sword. Go ahead.
Who
in modern day gun and missiles and tanks and rockets. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desires as hell.
Yeah, can't get enough, man. No matter what, he can't get enough, man. Everywhere you see is death and destruction, man. And people in slavery and captivity. That's all you see. Up under that democracy and that money. Federal Reserve note. Go ahead.
And is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Go ahead.
And it says, verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him?
Take up a parable against him and say, look at all this destruction. Look how he's taking all the resources from us. It don't belong to him. Look how he's strong. Look how he's trying to push that democracy on. That's why they fight like hell over there. They don't want that shit on them. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
Yep, destruction. Go ahead.
How long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay.
Which is, that's debt. That's debt right there. So America is what, $19 trillion in debt? 18, $19 trillion in debt count? I think it's 19 trillion right now.
It's 19 now.
Yeah, if I ain't mistaken. It's either 18 or 19, but you brothers can look it up. Somewhere up in there. But in count, man. So they in debt, man. They in debt with all these nations. Why? Because the dollar's not backed by silver and gold, man. And then you got them strong woman. You got them strong woman for the natural resources, man. They ain't paid for it. You see? So they in debt, man.
It says, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly?
Shall they not rise up suddenly? So that's why you see all these nations gather and practicing all these war games, getting ready for World War III. You see? That's why they all assembled over there in the Middle East. Because that's a hotbed. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Yeah, for spoil unto them. You see? So they're basically gonna come at you and destroy you, man. Try to take back what you have taken from them. But what's gonna happen is the end game is Israel gonna pop up out of nowhere. You see? That's what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna be fighting. Israel gonna pop up out of nowhere and take everything from everybody. Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shai. And our big brother Yahweh Shai gonna do it. See that? Go ahead.
It says, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. And it says, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. It says, woe to them that covet an evil covetousness, to him his house, that he may set his nest on high.
That he may set his nest on high, basically lift himself up. That's why he's proud as hell. Go ahead.
It says, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
May be delivered from the power of evil, because the elite gonna escape it. Okay, they gonna escape the thermonuclear destruction. They gonna escape and be the first ones in slavery. Okay, the elite, the Rothschild, they gonna be in slavery, man. They gonna escape the thermonuclear destruction and what the nations when they fight amongst each other. They gonna escape that, but they gonna be the first one that's in slavery. That's why I say through the Spirit, Yahweh Shai is Yahweh Shai gonna pop up, and Jake gonna pop up and overthrow everybody, and that's where them elites gonna end up in slavery, and everybody else. Go ahead.
It says, verse 9, woe to him that covet an evil covetousness,
Yeah.
to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
That's why I said woe unto him. Destruction's still coming to him. He's still gonna be brought into slavery. You're not gonna escape, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people. You ain't gonna have no friends, man, when this thing over with, because you did it to them while you was in power. Go ahead.
It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall.
Who is the stone? That's the children of Israel. Okay? Because they're dealing with the stone, right? They're dealing with part of a house, right? And we got lively stones, and the Heavenly Father and His Son is building the house of David once again. Go ahead.
It says, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it.
And the beam out of the timber shall answer it. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Heavenly Father gonna hear the cries of Israel out of the house of David. He gonna hear them cry. They gonna deliver Israel out of this shit. Go ahead.
It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. Go ahead. And that's how America was built. Okay? That's how Esau Empire was built. On blood, man. Strong woman and living by the sword. Go ahead.
And it's established a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh as the waters cover the sea.
So Esau gonna be brought down, he gonna be destroyed, and the earth gonna be filled with the statute, laws, and commandments. Get started the first chapter, the first verse. To edify this stone, cry out to me.
Peter.
No, right there in the same book.
Oh, back in the first Habakkuk 1:1. Yeah, right. Habakkuk. Habakkuk 1, and I started 2. It says, O Yahweh, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear?
See there? So that's the stone crying out of the house of David. See? Out of the house of Yahweh Shemel Shai. See that? Go ahead.
It says, even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save.
See? And thou wilt not save, which he gonna do? But that's to prove my point. That's the stone crying out to me for all the wickedness that's going on the earth, mainly to the mainly about the Negro Latinos and Native Americans. Because that's who the Heavenly Father and His Son worried about. Not these other nations. They vanity in Him. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah.
It says, verse 3, why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
See? So when you go back over there to the second chapter, when they say the word gonna be pushed forth after the destruction, Habakkuk was telling you in the first chapter, look, the law ain't been pushed. The law ain't been pushed forth on this side. That's why you see all the destruction and bloodshed. But when the so-called white man fall, you're not gonna see that like that to the children of Israel. Okay? That's why I'm saying that. Give me 1 Peter's 2 and 5.
Yeah, that's where I thought we was going.
Huh?
That's where I thought we was going before.
Oh.
First Peter's and stones.
Nah, you was right there.
Yeah. It says, 1 Peter 2 and 5, ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh.
So that's the point right there. Okay? Give me 2 Ezra 6 chapter.
God. 2 Ezra 6 and 1. And it says, and he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before thunder and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together,
right,
or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys of Zion were hot, or ere the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then I did consider these things, and they were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed?
The end of the first, end of Esau. Okay? The end of Esau. So Ezra was trying to find out when the end was going to happen. And we in that time right now. See, Ezra desired to find out back then.